Hey guys, this is Z from Simple Baduk, and today we're going to continue with how to play as white. And in our previous lesson, we have talked about how to deal with if black double 3-3s you in this kind of situation. First of all, first 3-3, you're going to block toward your opponent and then choose the double Hane variation. And then if your opponent invades one more time, you're going to again block toward your opponent and then use the double Hane variation. And at the end, your opponent is super overcrowded over here. And in Q games, most of the time, people are going to play this one. Then black has just spent 9 stones to get about 20 points. That's very sad. And white gets to have a sente at the end. So this result is terrible for black actually, because I actually haven't checked with AI, but actually, let me go check really quick. Okay, I'm back. As soon as black plays this 29, black drops 20% in win rate, which means almost nothing, but that just gives you a pretty good confidence, right? As soon as black connects everything up, black is overcrowded, just made 20 points with 9 stones. That's really not efficient. And even if we don't consider AI, black's position is too overcrowded. Everything is less efficient than white, so this game is going pretty good for white. So without that 29 stone, the game is even, but as white, you have successfully scattered board into pieces, so black doesn't really have a chance to get a huge moyo. That's a plus, and the game is still even. That's extra plus because sometimes you have to sacrifice some win rates, which means nothing, but it doesn't look that good after you play the game. And if you look at the win rate graph, it has some drops. It doesn't look good, but without sacrificing any win rate, you scatter the board, you broke the board. That's a huge plus when you are playing as white. And in this kind of picture, later on, if black plays this one, you're going to small knights from here to reduce this thing. If black plays this one, you're going to small knights from here to reduce this potential moyo. So really, black doesn't really have a two good moves over here to play. As white, it feels really satisfying to play to have this kind of option. And from here, what do you do if black plays away playing something like this? Because white is pretty thick over here. Then you're going to small knights over here. I mean, you could play something else too, but you could also play this one. And what do you do if black plays this one? To grow something over here, then all you're gonna do is just lean on it and make black kind of overcrowded over here like this. Even if black plays this one, I mean, at any time you got this cut. So black, it feels really disgusting to play this kind of situation. In this kind of situation, the best thing to do is just keep playing away. Now let's take a look at how do we deal with when black plays this small knights approach. You don't really have to worry about black growing too big because at any point you have the small knights. So you can comfortably pull back and defend. And if black plays this kind of thing, then which is in most cases, then you can just continue with the normal joseki. And from here, you're going to keep playing away. Something like this or this, let this or that, just this or that, whatever you want to play outside. It's okay. One thing you have to remember is that you do not push over here. I have mentioned it in our YouTube video, I think, about this joseki. If black has some stones on the other side and that's pretty close to this group, then black can hane you because black is not afraid of getting cut. If black cuts, if white cuts, then in this case, black can either literally just Atari and play this one because black is not afraid to keep pushing and everything is gonna die over here. Let's take a quick break. Want to improve faster at Go? Try the Kyu Dan System. Your first month is free. No code needed, it's automatically applied at the checkout. And while you're at it, explore Simple Baduk for premium Winzu stones and Shingaya boards, and the exclusive Blue Glow new Winzu stones. Let's get back to the board. So in this kind of situation, white playing this means black is going to hane you, and even if white doesn't cut over here, place over here instead, then black still not afraid of this cut. Black is going to double hane you. And this one can get really annoying. So always remember in this case, in this kind of scenario, especially when black is pretty thick on the other side or has some extra stones that can help black with keep pushing, then you do not push over here. Then you do not push. You just play away. And later on, if black plays this one, again, white can small knights to reduce this. And if black plays over here, then again, small knights to reduce. There are really not too many things black can do over here. It's just really dry points in this side of the board. Even if black plays this thing, you can just do this, and maybe if black plays something else, then you can just keep pushing down like this. Or you can even, if you're ballsy, you don't even have to play this one. Just exchange a couple times and then come back and fix this thing. I mean, black has spent all these stones to get what? Second line moves? That's very sad, right? So the core idea of this white opener, this specific white opener, is that you can make black really thick and overcrowded on your side of the board. And either way, if black grows one side, you reduce from the other side. If black grows this side, you reduce from the other side. That's basically the idea of this 3-3 receiving opener. I haven't named it. Just this opener. The idea is to make black overcrowded, and you can always wait for black to expand. And as soon as black starts to expand, you get to come in and reduce that thing. That's the core idea. And at this point, you may be wondering, what if black plays this one? You can play away, first of all. And second of all, this invasion is always a thing. Even if black plays this one, you can play away or just spend another move on the corner. And at any point, you have this kind of thing that you can do to reduce black. And black can't really get too much done on this side of the board. That's basically the sad truth about if black approaches with this 17 over here. And in one of the game, Keuje against Shinjin-seo, like in the first video of this series I mentioned, Shinjin-seo used this opener against Keuje as white, and Keuje was like, who the fuck plays game like that? That's annoying. And this is a really great example. Keuje approached like this, Shinjin-seo defends, Keuje jumps, Shinjin-seo calmly just defended the corner, and Keuje was like, okay, let me grow a huge thing over here. Wait, I think Keuje played this one first, Shinjin-seo played away, and Keuje did something like this, and Shinjin-seo was like, okay, you have your thing, you have your thing. And at the end, this thing still is not a lot of points. So Shinjin-seo won at the end. This is really a nasty opener to deal with. And if you really don't like black growing like this, then just spend the small knights over here and be done with it. Black can't really do anything over here. If black plays this one, I mean, just throw a stone over here and see what happens, or you can just play this one. Black can't really do much. So in short, if you are in this situation and playing as white and black plays this 17 or 3-3, black is going to get overcrowded no matter how. The opener, although it's not going to get you a huge advantage, but it's going to get you a manageable game that you can continue playing because black doesn't really have a chance to grow something huge. So in this picture, as black, if you're playing as black and your opponent uses this technique on you, here's what you can do. Approach from the other side. And if white plays this one, you can play this normal joseki like this. And again, you do not push over here because like I said in our YouTube video, if the Hane works, then black, of course, is going to work with play the Hane. But in this case, the Hane doesn't really work because black needs an extra stone over here. But if the Hane doesn't work, then black is going to play away. Even if white Hanes like this, again, black is going to play away. Even if white plays this, black is going to get the corner. And at the end, white has this beautiful shell, but black spent 2 moves outside. That's pretty sad, right? So always remember, this Hane, 90% of the time, it's not good. From here, what white can do is play away, basically. You can play away and play this approach, or corner, or approach over here or here, as long as you don't play over here, because this side of the board is worthless to anyone. So as long as you don't play this approach, anything works. Anything works. let's say you approached this corner and got into something like this, and black maybe defended a corner like this, then we are going to deal with this thing over here. When we are spending another move over here, generally we have this A and this thing and this thing and this thing. Basically these 4 moves. And the way we choose these moves is based on the other board situation. So if you have a potential to grow on your right side toward your wall, so this is your wall and you have potential to grow on this side, then you're going to play A. If you are trying to get some stones over here, maybe you're fighting and you need some extra stones, then you can play B. And if you want to just really casually grow this top side, then you can play D. And if you want to start attacking or be a bit more aggressive when you're growing, then you can play C. So in this case, we have a 30 stone over here with the 28 two-space extension. So in this kind of situation, it's better to play A to keep growing. Later on, if black doesn't answer you, you can either play this one to oppress black like this. That doesn't sound good, actually, oppressing black. I support everyone, but black stones from here, if you want to push black down, or if you're pretty thick outside, you can play this one to attack black stones. Now let's take a look at this situation, right? Now let's take a look at this situation. The right side, because of these 2 stones, is completely worthless to white. White has no really good excuse to play this small knights because this thickness, this influence is immediately getting restricted by this 33. So in this case, you should play something else. You have this one and this one and this one. If you are white, where would you play? In most cases, people would choose A because that's all they know. But if you choose A, if black wants to, black can just come out and fight you. But in this case, there are a lot of white stones, so black can choose to be alive. Then black can push a couple times and be alive like this, or just keep pushing and be alive. So you're not really attacking black, you're just pressing black down with this number 40. So in this case, even if you choose this one, I mean, it's not really oppressing black much. If black wants to be alive, at any time black can literally play anything and be alive. So in this case, a better move would be C. Because the right side is worthless, we're not going to small knights, and any other move is not that great, so we're choosing C. And this one, I hope you can already feel the pressure this number 40 is giving black. If black chooses to play this one, if you are pretty thick outside and you really want to kill black, then you can just cut the eye like this. Or if you want to be soft, they can extend like this. If black jumps out, you can keep pushing and you can already see white is getting this thing. How great is that? And black technically is still not alive. So black has to run and you can keep pushing. And if black plays this one, then you can Hane first and then keep pushing and then keep pushing like this. If black plays this one, you can just connect up if you want to. If there is something bigger than that, you can play something else. So this is basically how you deal with it. And I know some of you are going to make this, make this exchange because you're hoping black will play this one and you get to play this one. Black has this empty triangle, it's really ugly, but the chances are black can play this one and then play over here. The cutting point is gone and black is really thick outside. You're really low on the other side. It's very sad. Don't make that exchange. Just keep pushing like this. And you may be wondering, what do you do if black plays this one, right? You can play like this if you want to. Or you can play like this if you want to. The short answer is when your opponent attaches you, hanes you with 43 like this, you can just think, do you want to die? and play whatever you want. The result is going to be pretty good for you. And after this exchange, if black hanes you like this, again, you ask him, do you want to die? You just take 3 seconds to type it out and then cut and see what happens. This fight is pretty good for white. So in short, black really doesn't have much choice but to extend, and white is drawing a lot of points over here while black is doing really low efficient, this disgusting whatever this thing is. And the next thing we're going to take a look at is when you play 40, and what do you do if black plays this 41? We have A, B, C, and D. So from here, if you're considering A, that's really sad because black gets to keep pushing you like this. And this one is usually 4 when white is trying to get some points over here. And black gets to have a thickness outside. But in this case, you already have a stone over here. And this thing is already restricting the power of this thing. And this number 40 is too close to black. So it's going to get attacked. It's very sad over here. So this is not the answer. Even if you play this one, I mean, black can easily just play this. White still kind of has to answer. That's really sad. Like I said in our first video of how to play as white, whenever black plays this, you ignore it. You play something else. And in this picture, the proper move will be white jumping up. And you can already see white just got, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 10 points plus over this side of the board with this exchange, while black is making absolutely nothing. So this is already good, but what I want to recommend you is just play this thing. Because if you play C, black still has a chance to be alive with this Kasumi or Tiger's Mouth. So you can play this thing. And literally nobody knows how to deal with it other than just keep jumping out. If black jumps out, you play this one. And if black keep jumping out, you can just throw your thing or keep oppressing black depending on the situation. But this is how I recommend you to play. Because moves like this, it's not too difficult or too dangerous to play, but it brings a lot of pressure and the psychological damage that you're dealing is tremendous. But again, if you are not sure about the whole situation, you can jump. That's already good enough. And now let's take a look at what do you do if black cuts you like this. This is part of the joseki. If you are thinking this, that's not good. You should extend one more time and then play this one. And when black plays this one, you can play away, or you can play something over here, an extension, or if you want to, you can just exchange this and make a 2-space extension, just to be safe. The reason I am kind of reluctant to tell you to exchange this thing first is because sometimes black has this thing if you don't be careful. But in Q games, literally nobody can play this one. So you can comfortably exchange and make this 2-space extension. So when black cuts you, you extend, black spends a move, you play a move outside, black spends another move inside, you exchange this Atari and then 2-space extension. That is kind of part of the joseki. And here's the last picture that we're going to take a look at today. From here, what do you do if black approaches you like this? We have A, B, C, and D. I'll make it quick. If you play D, then black can play this one. You kind of have to answer it. And black can start to attack you very loosely, very far away, something like this. It can get very annoying. So when black approaches you, you play extension over here. That is a, what do you call it? Miai? So if black cuts you, then later you're going to get an extension. If black approaches you, then you are going to secure the corner. So it's A or B. You get to choose. If black plays this one, you do that. If black plays that, you play this. So if they cut you, then you get an extension. If black approaches you, then you get just extend in the corner. And from here, one thing you have to know is black jumping up or playing this, or playing this, those are not sentes. So you can just keep moving on with the game. But if black plays this Kasumi, that is a sente. You always have to answer. Because if you don't, where is my stone? If you don't, black playing this is really annoying. If you play this one, black can play this. Even if black really dumbly play this one, you're still not completely alive. It's very annoying. Most of the time, black is gonna play this one, you play this. It's just, the chances are you are either going to get a lot of points taken away and black can get a lot of moves outside, or the worst case scenario, you could die. So when black plays that Kasumi, this thing, just answer it. And anything else after that, or anything else outside, those are not sentes, you can play away. Alright, that's it for today's video. And in our next video, we're gonna talk about how to utilize this opener, this double Hane opener. Let's call it double Hane opener. Okay, so in our next video, we're gonna talk about how to think about the whole situation, the whole board situation when you're using this double Hane opener. This has been Z from Simple Baduk, and I'll see you next time.